Now, anybody who knows me will tell you, I never usually put the mixtape to the front of the videos. But roll the tape!
You like that, don't you? You like that? You see how you split the defenders right there?
Ooh, you see that in and out?
Hey, Chief, you gotta recognize the bodies we're paying from. Gotcha. Three seconds. Alright, you know keep the ball, man. Watch out. Let me lead the way for some. Don't try me. I told you about that jumper. Again, fam, let me get to where I'm from. If this is a good team, let me show them what I'm made of. I'm right here. Oh, you were saying?
Hey yo, what it do, YouTube? It's your boy Alvin MB10, aka AMR10, and what I've got for you today is the rarest build on NBA 2K25 Next Gen. Now, I want to start this by saying, in my personal opinion, this is the best build. Especially if you're new to the game, this is the build you might want to run just because it is impeccable. I have been using this build to run within Proving Grounds on the 1s and the 2s. The few losses I've suffered have been due to mental lapses and coming against what was a 7-foot center, but everything from the 1 to the 4, with this build, trust me, you can win in Proving Grounds. I'll explain why. Now, the inspiration behind this build, I say the inspiration, ironically, I'm gonna call this the best young LeBron James build, aka the chosen one build, just because I didn't realize it, but that's what we made. Now, let's get straight into the video. I'm just gonna keep my name set up for it. Jersey number, we will be going with number 10, because that is my favorite jersey number of all. Position wise, as you can guess, this is a small forward and it comes in at about 6'8", which this year seems to be the meta position to be running with at the height. Weight wise, we did drop this down to about 210 pounds, but we did leave the wingspan at 7 foot tall. Now, as you can see, just based off of these measurements, the attributes we managed to get are a 98 driving dunk. Would have wanted more maybe on your side, but I was happy with a 98. 99 on driving layup close shot. The key things are 91 mid-range, 83 3 ball, 86 ball handle, which is nice, especially when it comes to playmaking moves, 78 speed with the ball. We managed to get an 87 speed and an 85 agility, which in my personal opinion are high, because if you've been watching my videos to start the year, you know one thing, which is I am really high on agility, perimeter defense, speed, and a bit of shooting. But those are some of the key attributes that I want to point out. Now, before we get into the skill breakdown for this video, I do gotta say thank you. Low-key, I asked for only like 50 likes on that Paul George video in order to post this video, and somehow we've managed to crack 100 at the time of recording this. So I gotta say thank you for all the support you're showing to the channel. It is highly appreciated. Do me a favor, check out the Steph Curry build video, because low-key I posted that and messed up some things in it, which is why a bunch of you might not have seen it. But we did post what I believe to be the best small guard build in the game, only with the purpose of, if you're gonna use it, don't use it in the 1s and 2s, because someone using a build like this will come against you and just dominate against you. But as per usual, what I gotta say, if you enjoyed today's video and you want to see me drop some gameplay with this build, because I do have it at an 87 overall at the moment, let's get at least 100 likes on this vid. The reason I say 100 is because the Paul George one did 100 in like 2-3 days. So if you guys get 100, I'll start recording within 2-3 days. And if you're new to the channel and you ain't done so yet, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and turn post notifications on. We are aiming to get to 2,500 subscribers before the end of the year. And low-key, since 2K's release, we've gained like 10. So hey, it is what it is. And don't forget, down below in the comment section, drop a comment telling me any other build videos you might want to see, as well as any other gameplay you might want to see, because I am considering starting a no money spent series. Now let's start off with the physicals to start with. Decided to go with a 78 when it came to the vertical. As majority of you know, this is the minimum you need to get pro contacts, I believe, off 2. And then we went with an agility of a maxed out 85 and the speed of an 83. Again, my setup here is speed affects how fast the player can run or sprint up and around the court without the ball, which I care about, but I'm not too tough about. And then agility is without the ball, it affects how fast the player can accelerate, move in short bursts, and the key part, move laterally. Now, with this being a small forward build that I wanted to be able to guard the perimeter, especially when it comes to guards, I needed to max out the agility because my thinking is I won't have the same speed to keep up with them. But if my agility is high enough, I can cut off their drives, in which case I won't need to chase guards. I'll just stay in front of them, make it hard for them to get by me, and just really clamp them down. Again, 100 likes, I'll show the gameplay where I've done this, because within Proving Grounds, I think I've played like 12 solo games and lost 3, which is not amazing, but if you see how I've done it, yeah, it is kind of cheese. Strength-wise, we did put this up to about a 57. This was mainly tied up to how we put up our interior defense, plus it also came through kind of clutch with how we played Proving Grounds 1v1, because if you do come up against me and you are a guard who seems to be able to cut off my drives, I'm not going to lie to you, I'm just going to back you down under the rim and prove to you why this build is 6'8 and has the great finishing it does. And speaking of finishing, we decided to go with an 89 when it came to the driving dunk, because again, minimum needed to get those pro contact dunks. Obviously at an 80 vertical and a 93 driving dunk, we could get gold posterizer, but that wasn't a big focus for me because even with an 89 and a 78, I am able to dunk it on people here and there. I just need to equip some animations. Driving layup wise, went with a 71 because when I'm attacking the hole, I'm using the dunk meter. Anybody who's played with me recently will tell you I am using the dunk meter, so I rarely have to find myself in layup situations. Plus, either way, even with the low layup, somehow this build manages to pull off some finesse lays, so I'm happy with it. Close shot, put this up to about a 72 because, again, attacking the rim, when I'm backing down small guards, I will be taking you right under the rim, in which case my ability to shoot when standing still, including post hooks, out to 10 feet from the basket is highly needed. Now, the next thing I tweaked with happened to be the post control, where I decided to put this up to a 52. I believe this was tied to how I wanted to set up the post fade phenom because, again, we went with an 87 when it came to the mid-range jump shot, which this is money. Like, if you put your mid-range jump shot up to an 87, trust me, you can really do a lot, because obviously you end up getting silver shifty shooters, silver set shot specialist, and silver deadeye. And then if you put your 3-ball all the way up to about a 78, as funny as it sounds, you do manage to get a bunch of the jump shot animations from the high mid-range jump shot. And with a 78 on the 3-point shot, if you really know how to shoot your shot, trust me, you don't need to be the greatest shooter where you green everything lights out like off the dribble, but you can knock down a lot of shots doing this. And then I decided to go with an 80 when it comes to the free throw, because this year I intend to be running Pro-Am Proving Grounds, basically a lot of comp modes. And if it comes to a situation where I need to shoot free throws or it comes to a close late game, I like the ball in my hands, in which case I'm not trying to have my team basically hide me. Now, playmaking wise, decided to go with an 86 when it came to the ball handle, a 78 when it came to the pass accuracy, which again, highly needed. And then we put the speed with ball up to about a 75, allowing us certain specific animations as well as silver lightning launch. Defensively, we set it up with an 85 on the perimeter defense and a 74 when it came to the interior defense. I'm going to quickly go through all of these attributes once I finish setting them up. And then when it came to the steal, decided to put this up to a 73, which of course means that we get silver interceptor, and an 86 when it came to the block, which means that we get silver high flying denier, paint patroller, and of course pogo sticks. Now, starting from top to bottom, as I already said with the finishing, key aim was we wanted to get pro contact dunks, because we're going to be using the dunk meter a lot this year. So when attacking the rim, we really want the ability to dunk. I will warn you, you need to have the animations equipped. Otherwise, yeah, it gets a little sticky in certain situations, whilst in others, it's kind of nice. Shooting wise, decided to go with an 87 on the mid-range jump shot, just because the team that I will be playing with this year will not require me to be a 3-point sniper. Instead, they'll require me to be a bucket both from mid, 3, and at the rim, which is why, as you can see, we balanced it out whereby I have great finishing on the inside, really great shooting from the mid-range going out, and then at the three-point line, I am just meant to be like the third option on the team if it really comes to it. Free throw rating, already explained. Pass accuracy with a 78. As you can see, you get Versatile Visionary, which is a badge that I really did want because it allows for high-risk creative passes and alley-oops to be made more successfully. And then, of course, you get Silver Dimer and Silver Break Starter. I don't find myself in situations with this build where I need to break start because, again, we have a center who, I'm not going to lie, he cleans up so many of the rebounds that there's no need in me or the power forward truly being there. And then we went with an 86 on the ball handle because it allows us to get Silver Ankle Assassin on the 6'8 build. Handles for days, and of course unpluckable. We don't get strong handle, which I'm not too offended by because, again, reduces the likelihood of being bothered by defenders when dribbling. I never find myself in those situations. The benefit of running the 3 is majority of the times you're not going to be playing against a lockdown build, in which case you don't need to have the greatest offensive stats, you just need to have really good ones to dominate. 75 speed with ball obviously means explosive and driving to the basket with Silver Lightning Launch, again a necessary badge. And then when it comes to the defensive side of things, this is where the build really stands out because the thinking here was as simple as this. If we can easily set this build up to be able to guard both the perimeter and the interior, it's going to make it a lot more difficult for people to play us because the biggest issue I've had with previous builds is they can guard one, but they can't guard the other. So whenever I've made point guards, I've been able to guard the perimeter, but if I get matched up against someone who's got interior, I'm just not there. I might as well be a piece of paper. But this year with this small forward build, with a 74 on the interior defense, we get gold off-ball pest and silver paint patroller, meaning we get a high level of protecting the rim. And then, of course, with an 85 on the perimeter defense, as I said, with an 85 agility, we're able to cut people off. But it also helps that we do manage to get silver on-ball menace, which relentless perimeter defender. We already have the gold off-ball pest we discussed, and we've got silver challenger, which improves the effectiveness of well-timed contests against perimeter shooters. And then, of course, pick dodger. The 73 steal is really from the fact that don't reach a lot in 2K, okay? 2K punishes people for reaching, even if you do the right thing, because it will either give you a foul or it will give you a terrible animation where you don't go for it. More often than not, if you really want to take the ball from a defender, go for a bump steal. If you know what it is, you know what it is. And then Silver Interceptor, of course, means that we can play passing lanes as effectively as we want to and jump in them. And of course, with a 7-foot wingspan, this is more beneficial than having glove. And then an 86 on the block. My high thinking is high vertical, high speed and agility. I need to be able to get up there to deny shots. So once I get the attributes up there, hopefully I should be pinning a lot of shots off the backboard. In the current situation, I am finding myself blocking quite a few shots, so it does work where needed. Now, takeover wise, the takeovers that you do manage to get with this build are defensively above the rim, eraser, mirror, slice, swat, specimen, which I'm not gonna lie, I might consider. Mixtape, which is gonna be shifty for all them people with them hoop mixtapes, midi maestro, and driver. Those are just the takeovers that you manage to get on the build. Me personally, I will probably be running either mixtape or SWAT specimen. I'll be switching between because I got love for both. But hey, now in the shades of for the build, we do manage to get Brandon Miller, Paul George, Mikal Bridges. I'm kind of upset. I thought that with how they have old school players in here, I know LeBron's still a current player. I'd have loved for them to have Cleveland LeBron in here because this build is basically him. It's a high flying build with a decent enough shooting clip that it can kill. And then it can guard from the 1 to the 4 with ease. I will not lie, the one position you will have issues with is the 5. Now, the name of the build happens to be the Swiss Army Knife, which, of course, is the rarest build name in the game right now. And in my personal opinion, this is the Swiss Army Knife you need to make because, yeah, you can guard the 1 to the 4, you can shoot, you can ball handle, you can move the ball around, and you high fly at the rim. Now, again, as we did say, if you want to see gameplay with this build, do me a favor, get this video to 100 likes. At 100 likes, I will drop it. If you have a build video you want to see me make or any other videos you want to see on the channel, as well as any comments on the build, because I ain't expecting to see nothing negative about how amazing this build is, drop that down below in the comment section. And if you're new to the channel and you ain't done so yet, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn post notifications on because we will be posting a lot of 2K25 this year. We're really making a push. So yeah, it's been your boy Alvin MB10, aka AMR10. I'll catch you in a bit. Deuces.